Thanks for clicking on this video, but before you go, let me ask you guys a question. If someone was to start playing Xbox 360 nowadays, what games would you suggest that they pick up first? This is going to be something that I'll be focusing on over the next while with some videos I'm putting together, and it would be cool to hear what you guys would suggest to new players. Anyways, let's get on to the video. Hey everyone, my name's HarryAtomic, and today's Wednesday, and you know what that means? It means we've got a community day video. Now, for anybody that's left comments, I know some people have been asking about their videos, but some people's videos will take a while longer to make, so trust me, like, I have a list on my phone of like all of the comments that you guys have left, and they will all be made. I'm just slowly like working my way around to getting like enough footage to make them some like really good videos. So anyways, this week's question comes from Bench Joiner, and he asks, I think it would be cool if you can do a top 5 best games you can get for £5 or less. Now, this week a lot of people have been telling me that they've been getting into 360, or they've gotten their first 360, or they're thinking about getting into it, and so I think that this question will really help those people and give you some really good games that you can get on a budget. Now, also what I'm going to do in this video is I've set myself a wee rule. I'm going to steer away from the standard stuff like Halo and Gears and all those games that you can get for next to nothing. Really, you probably know about those anyway if you're getting into 360. So I'm going to try and pick something a wee bit more varied, maybe a nice beginner set so that you can find what you like as well as get some good games for the 360. Anyways, on to the list. The first game that I would suggest would be Telltale Games' The Walking Dead. Now, the first series of The Walking Dead you can currently get for £5 on CEX. All the prices in this are based on CEX because it just seems to be kind of more consistent than eBay. So The Walking Dead was a comic book style kind of choose your own adventure game made by Telltale. It was more of a kind of sit back and relax and enjoy the story type game, which I really enjoyed. At the time, games were based on action and mad action, and there wasn't a lot of kind of space for these type of games, and this was the first massive release in what became a huge kind of slew of Telltale games. Unfortunately, they're gone now, so The Walking Dead will be completed by a different studio. However, this was the first and, in my opinion, the best series of The Walking Dead video game. So yeah, give this a shot. This is the complete, like, all 5 episodes on the one disc, and yeah, it's so good. You won't regret it, trust me. Now, the second game that I would recommend for under a $5 would be Oblivion. More specifically, the Xbox Classics Oblivion. It's the 5th anniversary edition. This is currently sitting at £5 on CEX, and the reason why that I recommend this over the original Oblivion is that it just comes with all the DLC. It's essentially the Game of the Year edition with everything included. Now, a lot of people I know will be saying Skyrim, but Skyrim's complete edition is over a $5, so I didn't recommend it. But in saying that, if you were to weigh the two together, I would recommend Oblivion over Skyrim. Oblivion was a wee bit quirkier, it was a wee bit rougher around the edges than Skyrim, but personally, I just kind of love Oblivion more. Maybe it's just my own personal bias, but I think that Oblivion was great for anyone that just likes a good action RPG. And for a $5, you can't really go wrong. In this, you get the full game, you get Knights of the Nine, you get Shivering Isles, and as far as I know, there's a few other wee small free downloadable stuff that you can get as well through Xbox Live Arcade. It's just a great way of melting away like a couple of months for a $5 on your brand new Xbox 360. Anyways, moving on to the next game. The next game that I would recommend is a triple pack. It is the Trials HD, Limbo, and Splosion Man XBLA like bundle. Currently, this is sitting at £3.50 on CEX, and for the 3 games that are on here, that's pretty good. Splosion Man is good fun. It's a nice wee platformer. It's pretty quirky. The character design is just nuts, and yeah, it's good fun to make your way through some platforming levels. So Limbo is a bit darker. It's kind of its own experience. It's won a bunch of awards. It's great, and for this price, you know, you can't really beat it. And Trials HD is frustratingly brilliant. For anyone that hasn't heard of Trials, it's like a motorcycle game. It's like 2.5D, where you just make your way around crazy tracks and try not to fall off your bike. Sounds simple, but trust me, you will lose hair over this game. It is so frustrating, but the feeling of completing one of them extreme levels is so good. Anyone that watched my gamertag tour video will know that I sunk so much time into this to try and get like the hardest achievement. So yeah, that's a challenge for anyone out there. Send me a screenshot of your Trials HD achievement list with the Ultimate Endurance achievement. Then we can start like an exclusive Ultimate Endurance achievement Havers Club. Oh, So good. So the second last game that I'm going to recommend is Eternal Sonata. I know I recommended an RPG on this list already, but I think Eternal Sonata is a complete different kettle of fish to Oblivion as far as RPGs go. This is way more traditional in terms of RPGs. If you like your Japanese style RPGs, then this is the game for you. Its story is a bit stranger than your normal RPG. It's based on the life of Frederic Francois Chopin. I think that's his name, or Chop. I mean, I don't know how to pronounce his name properly. I mean, I can barely pronounce Xbox 360. Yeah, I sunk hours and hours and hours and hours into this game. It's so much fun. If you like RPGs or you're willing to give one a try, this is currently £3.50 in CEX, which I think is a steal for a game of this quality. You will get so much playtime out of this. The traditional RPG style mechanics are really well placed within this game. It's just, it's so good. Get it. You will not regret it. Anyways, the final game of this list is a bit of a rule breaker. I know I said that I wasn't going to do the standard stuff that everyone knows about, but I feel so strongly about this game that I had to include it, and it's BioShock Infinite. Now, if you haven't played the original BioShock, maybe you would want to dive in and give that a go as well, but if you play this as a standalone, it's still fantastic. The gunplay is really good. It's super beginner friendly. The story is just something else entirely, and for me, this is the quintessential example of what good story-based first-person shooter games are on the 360. Now, this game got a re-release as part of the BioShock collection, but I mean, the original still holds up just as well. There's pretty much nothing different except a bit of a graphic kind of spruce up. But yeah, fantastic game, great, you should get it, so good. I know I said that about them all, but that's kind of why I recommended them. So those are the 5 games that I recommend you pick up for under £5. So do you guys think that I did a good enough list, or are there any other games that you think should have been on it? Let me know down in the comments below. I would like this to serve as a nice little place where people who just got into the 360 can go and get a nice beginner's list. So I mean, any suggestion at all would be really helpful for people that are just getting into the system. Now, if you want to chat to people about the Xbox 360, you've just got one, you want to get involved in the community, the best place to do so is on the Xbox 360 Hub Discord. It's essentially a bunch of people who just love the 360 and chat about it all the time and talk about collecting and help each other out. It's so good, you should do it, it's great. It's also a nice place to get in contact with me if you want to leave me any ideas. Speaking of ideas, the way that this channel works is that on Wednesdays we have community day. Today was a video that was suggested by one of you guys in the comments, so if you have any ideas that you want to share, make sure to leave them down below and they'll get made into a future community day video. Also, make sure to get subscribed, to stay up to date. I do 3 videos a week and it'll let you know exactly when I upload them. Anyways, thanks for watching this video and I'll see you guys next time.